Hello everyone, this is Super Mario Fan here, and welcome to my brand new series known for the Worst. It's a playlist where I review the worst episodes out of any TV shows of each animated series, ranging from torture episodes, disturbing episodes, mean-spirited episodes, and even Karma Houdini episodes. And we're on the lines of all says that I know that some people thinking that mean-spirited episodes are just uncomfortable and unpleasant to look back at. And I don't mean to alarm you all. I don't like mean-spirited humor, and so did you. But anyway, guys, today, I don't know if I should be doing this review in an episode of a certain show that all of you should know, but I know that I don't intend to do something like this at a very, very young age demographic for children, but for something I know, I think this will be the least exception of what the show I'm referring to. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the worst episodes of Arthur. Yes, if you don't know what Arthur is a PBS TV show that ran from 1996 to 2022, with its final episode on the 25th season of Arthur that ended on 2022 with the series finale of season 25, All Grown Up, where all the characters from Arthur has finally grown up and ending the series on a high note. And so anyway, guys, Arthur is indeed a great show. It has it's a good show. It was a great TV series. It was created by Mark Brown, and not to mention that the series was based on the books of Arthur. So, Arthur is indeed the best show ever, and involves Arthur Reed and his friends going on day-to-day adventures and everything else, and even had tons of movies, specials, and even the CGI one. And then, yeah, Arthur is indeed a great show, and most of all, some episodes may run into some topics like there is an episode where Arthur's grandfather has Alzheimer's disease, and even the episode of The Great McGrady where Mrs. Leah McGrady has cancer. And so yeah, Arthur is indeed a good show that really shows the topics of, some mature topics and all. So yeah, Arthur is indeed a great TV show. And I used to watch it all the time on YouTube when I was 8, and there were some memes of the show, like the Arthur fist from the episode Arthur's Big Hit. And yeah, let's just say that this show I know has completely becoming a meme, and not to mention there are lots of YouTube poops that you need to watch based on Arthur. I mean, there are funny ones at that, but some of them, well, let's just say that some of them involve some very gory content. You don't want to go into that. So anyway, speaking of that, Arthur is indeed a great show, but the show has at least a few exceptions to it. For some reason, there are mostly some other episodes that are either good, neutral, or just plain bad at times. Not one such example. One such example is just a Wednesday when I tell you that one of such examples of that. No. I'm just gonna be talking about the fact that Arthur Hinson has a lot of worst and stinker episodes in this series, like the infamous Arthur's Big Hit, DW's Very Bad Mood, Arthur Accused, Play Again DW, and even Nerds of Steel, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of the worst episodes of Arthur. Even the two infamous episodes, like I said before, is Arthur's Big Hit and DW's Very Bad Mood. But there is at least this one episode from season 16 that I know that episode is indeed the worst out of any Arthur series. And yes, it just came out way back, during the show's lifespan. So, I'm talking about the season 16 episode of Arthur called So Funny I Forgot to Laugh. Yeah. Probably didn't expect that because, boy, let me tell you. When I watched the episode of So Funny I Forgot to Laugh, I just had no idea why people calling it the worst. Yes, I know that Arthur becomes a bully, or because of the fact that he's bullying Sue Ellen, or because she was wearing a sweater that looks like a sheepdog. But, yeah. Arthur has some pretty pretty moments like this in the show where it takes a lifespan, but on a dive, but for some reason, turning the main character into a bully was the least of the ideas of the producers had in the show. So, now that we established about the episode So Funny I Forgot to Laugh, let's break down and review the episode that you all been waiting for. So, let's go. The episode starts with Sue Ellen writing in her diary about her pen pal named Tintin Wengdu about sending her a sweater from the Himalayas, and she loves it so much. But unfortunately, something has happened to her that made her very sad, and she also says that when she, instead of looking at the sweater, instead of pride and good, and now it just really describes about how mean people can be. So, after that, the title card just appeared of So Funny I Forgot to Laugh, and the episode starts with, all the kids, all the children were at school, and even Francine commented about how cold the weather is, and even Buster has his ears frozen. And so Ellen comes in, and she tells all of her friends about the sweater that her pen pal sent to her, and yeah, all of her friends really love the sweater because of how soft it is. And then Arthur came in and just asked the sweater that she's wearing, and so yeah, the sweater kind of it's really big on her, but she says to herself that her mom says that she'll probably wash it, so yeah. And then in the episode, Arthur just starts to make a few jokes about the sweater, about making some sheepdog jokes, and yeah, everybody just laughed at Arthur's jokes, but for some reason though, I do believe that his jokes are kind of like a bit worse as the episode went on, going as so far as calling Sue Ellen, like, for example, you dropped your baggie, bad dog. And then after which, the jokes just keep getting worse, from calling her like she's a dog, to calling her a good girl. And then he even goes as far as to say, you're a good sheepdoggy. You're a good sheepdoggy. And so after which that Sue Ellen just politely tells him to stop, and this is when any excuse that Arthur has. So let's just say that she tell him to stop because for some reason she better stop making the jokes. I mean, after all, everybody, let's just say that, well, after all, like, Arthur could have not just ruthlessly bully someone, would he? And so, yeah, Arthur keeps making a few jokes about the sheepdog jokes, about, giving her a biscuit, and even drawing it an insulting drawing and put it on her locker. And so, yeah, she found the no, and then she tells him that it's not funny anymore, and so, yeah, and the other unfunny part of the episode is where Pinky just referred to Fern as a goat. Like, really, bro? And so, after class is over, Mr. Radburn makes Arthur stay behind, and he tells him that he has to stop teasing Sue Ellen because he has become a bully. And do you remember, the slight reason why bullying is bad and why teasing is going too far, but for some reason, it's felt like that, like the wrong character, like Arthur, for example. So, yeah. Mr. Radburn tells him to stop bullying and teasing Sue Ellen about everything, and that he needs to be respecting her instead of just insulting her. And then Radburn just asks Arthur to just write an apology letter to Sue Ellen, and he is not very happy about it. He just said to himself that it was all his fault that Sue Ellen has to tell on Mr. Radburn that Arthur to just stop telling his sheepdog jokes. So, yeah. And then after which, Arthur just saying that it was all her fault that she tells on Mr. Radburn. And then, after which, let me tell you, Arthur just doesn't not have those mean moments in before in the series, but this is, not like him at all. So, yeah, Arthur Arthur just writes this really insincere apology note that she's saying that she overreacted. Oh, and fun fact, in the letter, Arthur just make a pretty decent reference to the first episode of Arthur called Arthur's Eyes, where Arthur is teased about wearing glasses and all, and even the books by Arthur's Nose, where Arthur gets teased by having a long nose. So yeah. The letter turns out to be extremely insincere and backhanded, and it makes it look like it was all Sue Ellen's fault because Arthur just mentioned that she is sorry for her overreacting manner. So, when Francine, Muffy, and presumably Buster had read Arthur's letter, they all agreed to just stop talking to Arthur until he gives Sue Ellen a real apology. Well, judging by the fact that his friends give him the silent treatment, but sadly though, it doesn't even resolve the problem. It just provokes him even more. So Arthur just tries to tell Sue Ellen that he was sorry, but she couldn't even tell if he was sorry, and then she just asked him that she was overreacting. So she just walks away. Throughout half of the episode, it's just that Arthur tried to call Buster, but he ignores him. And And then at the near end of the episode, Arthur just sent another insulting picture to Sue Ellen on a sheepdog's body and sent it to her via email. And now because of that, our protagonist just restored himself from a bully to a cyberbully. Wow. I can't believe it. Arthur may have some moments like this, but moments like that just went too far for the character. And after Sue Ellen sees the picture, she cries, and we go back to where the episode begins. And then after which, she just wanted to tell her mother about something important. And then Sue Ellen puts her sweater into the donation bin, and even Arthur tries to owe her an apology again. But this time, she still realized that he isn't sorry at all, and she just says, "You thought I overreacted, I know, you told me." And so, Arthur, for some reason, he is not quite apologetic in a few scenes, but yeah. And so, he is forced to sit with the tough customers with Binky, Rattles, and Slink. And so, yeah. And then after that, Muffy and Francine angrily confronted Arthur about Sue Ellen switching classes. So yeah, that's pretty much for some reason Arthur has really crossed the line about the fact that he just bullied some friend that he preferred to, and then it was all his fault that she wanted to switch classes. So yeah. Arthur was unable to catch someone before he goes home, and so he goes back to the donation bin, and after looking at the sweater, he's just having some thoughts about how he bullied and teased Sue Ellen so much to the point that it isn't funny anymore. And so, yeah, finally, Arthur felt bad for what he did, and he felt so regretful for what he has done to an important friend of his and all. And yeah, probably because of the fact that Arthur should really be ashamed of himself for becoming a bully. And yeah, so at the end of the episode, Arthur has finally made a heartfelt and sincere apology to Sue Ellen, that he is completely sorry about the fact that he insulted her and that she didn't overreacted and that he has been a bully. And that he doesn't want her to switch classes because, among other things, he is one of their best friends. And so after which, Arthur holds on to the sweater and says that he'll wear it for the rest of the year. And so yeah, Arthur and Sue Ellen make up and now they become friends again. And they just went back to class, and then at the end, Sue Ellen tells Arthur that the sweater makes him look like a mouse. So yeah. And that's how the episode ends. Whew. Oh boy. Let me tell you. I have no idea what's up with the episodes of Arthur these days, but clearly, this is borderline, out of line for a character to become a bully. I know what saying goes. Nobody likes to be bullied. And if you have problems with bullying, please consider asking a guardian or parent if you have problems with bullying at schools and everything. So, yeah. Like, I know that The Last Tough Customers was a better episode and a message about how bullying went so far. And yeah, Arthur is indeed a great show. But for some reason, Arthur doesn't even have some moments like this. Like, Arthur is not the kind of character that he would never become a bully. Like, he hates being picked on, he hates being teased on, and even up to the point where when he first wear his glasses for the first time, all of his friends tease him, oh, because he's wearing glasses, and now he's the bully now. And now he's the bully for teasing a friend that is wearing a piece of clothing and then insulted her by calling her some animal names. Arthur would never stoop this low to begin with, and to be honest, I think you're quite right about this episode. It's indeed the worst. If not more than Arthur's big hit and DW's very bad mood or Nurse of Steel, and Play Again DW, and among other things about the worst episode ever. And so, you were right, guys, and I was wrong. So funny I forgot to laugh is indeed the worst episode of Arthur I have ever watched. So, if you have problems with my subscriptions to my channel, then you may consider subscribing for more of my content. And yeah. Oh, also, I wanted to give a very good, but a big good shout out to my cousin, Nintendo9, formerly known as Nintendo9. So, Nintendo9, if you're watching this video, man, I just wanted to let you know that if your job in the last year of high school would be great, please consider about the fact that I will support you and your family support you and all that stuff, man. Hope you're doing pretty well on your last year of high school and your new job. So yeah. Well, guys, that's it for this episode for Known for the Worst. I hope you all loved this episode. Please consider watching my series if you will. And if we hit this video to 100 or a little bit of likes like that, please put a comment below so I should review The Amazing World Gumball The Hero next. Well, guys, I hope you love this video. And I hope you all have a great day and all that stuff. And I do enjoy too because I was busy writing a story on my fanfiction and everything else like that because sooner or later that in less than 9 pages, my story will be done. So yeah. I'm a fanfic writer. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to click like. And turn on the bell for more of my videos. Oh, and please share this video with your friends and family. Well, guys, this is Super Mario Fan signing off. And I hope you'll have a fantastic day. So, bye. And as always, I'll see you next time.